Okay, I'll be in there.
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to you live from inside of Muscatine Hy-Vee, where there's 500 inches of snow around the building. We can't get out, so if you're receiving this signal, send snacks. I'm just kidding. This would be the best place to be snowed in at, inside of a grocery store, right? I'm working my way down aisle 4, the bread and jelly aisle. You could live for a long time if you got snowed in or zombie apocalypse, if it ever happens, send me to Hy-Vee. Honey, I'm going to work. We've got enough food to make it a long time. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. Full disclosure, at this time, 8:32 a.m., not a single snowflake has fallen. That being said, by the time you're watching this show on cable tonight, either at 7:30 or 10:30 p.m., it could be a whole different world outside. Get this, it's going to snow in Iowa in January. You know what I would do? I'd get to Hy-Vee and give us all your money. Within moderation, of course. I have to be able to afford diapers for my sweet child. Please help me buy diapers. And yes, we're saddling up. We're getting to the store. Oh, I feel like there was that one thing on Facebook that went viral that has stirred people into a frenzy. We are not getting 12 to 18 inches of snow for the Muscatine area. I think we'll probably see 5 to 8 inches, which is a decent amount of snow. But remember, last week we got 7.8 inches of snow. So this is nothing new. But for whatever reason, this week has just felt so hyped up, and I guess it's maybe because of the very cold weather that's going to accompany the snow. So, listen, we're tough. We're Iowans. Or if you're from Illinois, you're also tough. We're made for this. Look at this body right here. You know what this says? This is a guy that likes to shovel. This is a guy that should really get his snowblower to work. But I'm not mechanically able. Delmer, could you help me start my snowblower tonight? If it's in his driveway. All right, we'll tow my snowblower to Delmer's house and we'll get it rolling. That's what the plan is. I like casual Friday for Delmer, by the way. Is that a cheese shirt? Oh, it's the Emmentaler shirt. We might have to talk about that later. The Emmentaler cheese is the cheese of the month for January. It's a Swiss cheese, and that's the shirt. I saw that. That's great. I saw you this morning, and I thought, oh, casual Friday Delmer. Yeah, do you have a 2X in that? I'd love to not wear a dress shirt. You might? All right, look at that. Emmentaler shirt coming in hot, everybody. Before we officially get rolling, I just want to say thanks to a couple buddies of mine that invited me to be on the radio with them yesterday in Davenport, just for one day. A little guest host action on ESPN 93.5 in Davenport. The show is called Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. It's a local sports talk show. I don't know a lot about sports, but I feel like I did an okay job. That's the picture with Eric, Serge. I don't even know how to say. So Serge has. Well, they both have backwards hat on. Let me see. Serge has the blue hat with the coat on. Eric is his first name, and then Jay Foster has the My Wife Rocks shirt on. So these guys do a good job. They also own some businesses in the Quad Cities. I've known them for a couple years, and it was a little odd for me to be back in that building in Davenport because I worked there for 5.5 years when I was on B100, and it had been 7 years, just about 7 years, Ryan Broderson, since I was inside the Rock and Roll Mansion. And there's another, and there's a little bit of the video, and doing what I do best, looking at my phone. Delmer providing me. Oh, I'll take that. That's a very nice button. Thank you, Delmer. Casual Friday button from our pal Delmer, and we're looking at again some footage from the Don't Hassle Us, We're Local show yesterday. This is great. We'll show that button in just a second. All right, so let's get to our first guest, who is patiently waiting. Dana Kraft is here talking MHS Booster Club, Muscatine High School cake auction. Dana, this thing, as someone that's only been in Muscatine for 6 years, the first time I experienced the cake auction, I could not believe the amount of money that was raised in one night. First of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's so much money.
It is.
Like the Booster Club, y'all must just be like, now you do a lot throughout the course of the year, but that cake auction is the bread and butter, right? It's got to be.
That is our largest fundraiser that we have. We do the concessions, but that's the one that we get all of our donations in.
And last year was my first year being there in the capacity with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee's cutting some cake, serving ice cream, and then I got to take a lot of pictures. Last year's theme was kind of like a beach theme, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
And then this year's cake auction theme is Welcome to the Jungle.
Correct.
So does that mean that at the cake auction, and the cake auction is Friday, February 8th.
Correct.
At Muscatine High School, and so should all of the cakes be sort of like jungle themed? Is that what you're anticipating?
Yes.
Okay.
It's amazing of what all of these cake decorators come up with, and a lot of the businesses come up with the ideas too. So last year when we had the beach theme, we saw a lot of ocean animals, sand, swimsuits, sandals. It was really great. So this year we're expecting some really interesting cakes with this jungle theme. They can be from animals to the jungle, so it will be very interesting. So hopefully everyone comes out and sees them.
I would like someone to make a Jumanji cake and just have
There we go.
Why not? Why don't we just make a cake that looks like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who was in the Jumanji remake? He's about 6'5". Wouldn't that be fun? Because as you and I both know, it's almost like the bigger the better at the cake auction, right?
It is. So typically our larger cakes at some of the larger donors are the ones that go out on the live auction.
Right.
So we have a real live auctioneer there, Jamie Schroeder. He volunteers his time and his crew there. He's wonderful. He auctions all of those off for us, and there's some coming up, some of our larger ones. So it's amazing what we can get out of them.
I'll tell you what, it's such a great thing to experience when you have the ability to support the Booster Club, watch some basketball, and spend a Friday night in the winter in a heated building.
Yes.
Like all of those
it's
things.
Perfect.
Right. There's not a lot to do when it's February 8th, right? Whether it's going to snow or not, we hope not for this one night at least. The gym will be absolutely packed. And then during that live auction, Dana, when you get some of these businesses, it's a friendly bidding war.
Very friendly.
But they also want to be able to take that cake that they're bidding on either and bring it to their employees that next Monday or whatever, or a lot of them will get donated. Some pictures from previous cakes. Look at the size of those cakes, guys. That's amazing.
We have the seniors roll those out, and those kids, they do a great job, but they are so nervous because there's 2 doorway humps that they have to take those cakes over. And those really tall ones that you're seeing there in the background, they do an amazing job of not spilling them when they take them out onto the gym floor.
I was just going to say, you know what job I don't want is the job of taking the giant cakes onto the basketball floor.
Yes.
A couple years ago, there was a MHS group of alumni that did something funny with...
Class of 71.
Okay, so tell everybody about this, because it was a cake, but it wasn't a cake, right?
Correct. So they talked to us ahead of time and said they had this really big surprise. So when they brought it in, it was a small little cake stand, and it was covered. And they said, "Do not open it, but we want it on the floor." And We're like, all right. So it goes out there. When they uncover it, it's a Twinkie. And they started bidding on it. So the class of 71 had numerous people around the gym bidding on it. So it looked like they were competing, but it was all planned out. It was very exciting. Do you remember how much that Twinkie went for?
$5,000?
Oh, no.
No, more than that?
$15,000.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
15,
so for that entire year, that class of 71 was raising money for us. And they did it specifically for this, just to raise some excitement for it. So that was a really fun. It kind of threw off all of our other years. So of course that was our most raised year that we've had.
So all right. So do you have totals from, say, last year's cake auction at Muscatine High School? Again, Welcome to the Jungle is the theme, Friday, February 8th. And I wonder, so let's go through some of the previous year's totals, and then I'll ask the question that I was going to get to.
So last year was the beach theme,
right?
And that raised 27. We had 105 cakes between the live auction and the silent auction. So that was really good. The year before that, I'm sorry, getting them all confused. The basketball theme one. Yeah. It was $32,000 that we raised.
In one night?
In one night.
Jeez,
it was amazing.
Louise.
And the one year that messed everything up with that Twinkie, altogether that year, we did $47,000.
Okay, so 2016, $47,000. Last year, $27,000. One night.
Right.
And it's really just a couple of hours if you look at it.
It is.
That way. Now, people are going to watch this and think, I'm never going to have $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $15,000 to buy a cake. But what's so great is that it doesn't matter if you've got $15,000 or $5. The cake auction has something for everybody.
Right. So the really big cakes that you were just talking about, those are the live auction cakes,
right.
And those, there's a lot of businesses or groups that get together, and they will spend that. It's not uncommon for those auction cakes to go for $1,000 to $2,000. They're as much fun as the kids watching and hoping the cake that they're holding out there goes for a lot of money. The silent auction cakes that are inside, they go anywhere from $30, and then some of them go all the way up to $300. So the inside silent auction cakes, there's a wide range there.
I would love to see. So we have one of our cake decorators. They're all very talented. Between Jackie and Jody and Lainey.
Yes.
Lainey did our beach theme one last year, which is a large scale cake, and
right.
I know that she's got something up her sleeve for this year with the Welcome to the Jungle. What I was thinking about as we're sitting here is, like, I would love to see like a giant lion cake.
There you go.
Because again, people get really creative and they want to stick to the theme, maybe incorporate the Muscatine colors. Right. We'll certainly see a ton of business come through the bakery, which we really appreciate, of course, whether it's stuff that's going to be in the silent auction or even just the sheets of cake that'll be available for purchase. Sometimes, I mean, I know people that just want to come out and experience it, and they're going to just be happy to grab a piece of cake and some ice cream that we'll be serving again.
Right.
And that's fine. Like, whatever brings you to Muscatine High School on Friday, February 8th, we want you to be there.
It will be a fun time. It really is.
And then all right, so the live auction cakes will happen when? It's kind of like specific times, right?
Right. So we do them at half times, in between the games. And then, so there's 3 times that they auction. And then at the end of the boys' third quarter, that's when we pull the silent auction sheets. So that's a crazy time because as we're pulling, other people's trying to outbid the last person on there.
Right.
So that's, if you haven't ever seen that, that's a fun time to go in there also. It
can get a little intense. People doing that hover. This is the silent auction.
That is.
This is a classic any event silent auction. Well, I don't. And then undoubtedly you turn one way and somebody sneaks in a bid.
You are right.
So you got to keep an eye on a cake if you want to take a particular one home.
And us as boosters, we have to keep an eye because, there is hundreds. As you can see some of these pictures, the stands are full, and besides all the stands being full, the outside in the commons area is full. We have to watch out for the littles. Last year we had one family that bought 5 cakes because their little ones went around writing the numbers down on the cakes. So
those are going to be my
kids.
Beware,
parents.
Oh man. Oh, that could be my 6 and 4-year-old.
There you go.
Working together. Hey, that's a pretty cool cake. What number did you guys just write down? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that as something that could happen.
It is fun. It's and you know what? I have not had one parent say, "Oh, we can't do that."
Right.
So.
Oh my goodness. All right. Now, what I'm curious to see again, the variety of stuff that comes in, and how fun the back and forth bidding can get. There's Daufelt trucking cake. People that, and there's some people in this town, Dana, you and I both know that they're kind of like a hobby cake designer, and the only things that they do cakes for is cake auction.
Yes.
That's true. Like, there's people that just love getting together, and they'll work with a business or an individual that wants to donate a cake, and that's something that I'm leading to that. So
right.
If you're thinking like, I'm busy Friday, February 8th, I can't be there, you're able to come to a place like Hy-Vee, purchase a cake or two, and we'll get it to the high school, right?
Right, absolutely. Hy-Vee has been wonderful. They bring all of their vans full of cakes to us.
Yep.
But it is amazing. I never knew we had this many cake decorators in this town until you walk around, because also to help them out on the cakes, we say who decorated it besides who donated it. So that really helps everyone out. It helps get the word out in the community and give people ideas.
So obviously I try not to talk about this diet ad nauseum, but I
have to go away that night.
I haven't had a lot of cake. My wife's birthday was last weekend. That's really the first time I've had like cake in a while. And I got 2 cakes from here at Hy-Vee. One was a cream cheese red velvet frosting cake. It was
my favorite.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was so good. The look on Betsy's face. That's red velvet cake. It's amazing. And then we had just like another one. Friday, February 8th. As much as I would like to say, maybe we'll have somebody contribute a keto-friendly cake, and God bless you if you're going to do it. I'm absolutely going to pay for a piece of cake and some ice cream.
That is a great idea, because I think, especially with you talking about the keto diet,
sure.
We have a lot of people in this town that's on that. Mm-hmm. So that's a great idea.
What if the keto cake, sorry to interrupt, what if it was just a steak? Or a cake that looked like a steak? Have you ever had that?
We have food items. So when we had the basketball theme a couple years ago, McDonald's did one where they were holding a cake,
right.
the basketball on their finger.
Yeah.
But instead of a basketball, it was a Big Mac. That cake decorator did a phenomenal job. It looked really real.
So as much as the theme is Welcome to the Jungle, maybe consider sticking to the theme. The Booster Club is happy to receive any type of donation, generosity, support,
right?
Because you know that that's the thing. Like this event, the Muscatine High School Cake Auction is so well established that, and Tom Wilson would tell us this, that like L&M started doing a cake auction. It's inspired area schools.
Yes, we've had other groups ask us for
like, how do you pull it off? And I think it's really about having a good group of boosters behind the scenes, and that's where I think we should maybe recognize how many Booster Club members will be there for the cake auction, putting in long hours.
We have a great Booster Club network.
Sure.
We usually we require at least 20 of them to be there.
Wow.
And this year, because we're expecting hopefully a lot more cakes and everything, we're asking for more help. So if you want to help, especially there at the end of the basketball game, of the boys basketball game, where we have to wrap all of those cakes.
Right.
We also have to collect all the money. Come out, let me know when you're there at the game, and we can definitely help. And in the future, this is my last year on the boosters.
What?
I've been there for 6 years through my daughter and my son. So it's been a long process. So if you want to be part of this, reach out and let us know. We take new parent members, and to help us out, we meet once a month. It's a great organization. We support everything.
I was going to say, it's not just athletics, of course. It's all activities.
Right.
So even though we're talking about a cake auction at a basketball game that's done $47,000, $32,000, and $27,000 in one night, it's not like all of that money is going towards just athletics.
Correct. Actually, a lot of the athletics have their own booster clubs.
Right, absolutely.
So we help all activities. So a couple years ago, when the robotics club started off, we gave them a lot of funds to help buy all that equipment, and it was fantastic when they was able to make it past state in the first year that they did that. So we help new clubs, we help all activities. That's the one thing special that I like about the MHS boosters is we help all of the kids there.
It's really exciting to have an event that's, how many years, do you have any idea how many years the cake auction's been going on?
29. This is the 29th year. So we make sure we put that on the poster so everyone can realize.
Great. It's probably right on the poster, and I didn't even see it. Way to go. Way to pay attention, Tony. So next year, cake auction, 30th anniversary. That's a big deal. Yeah, look at this. So Davenport West, girl-boy doubleheader basketball game. Pork loin sandwiches, by the way.
Yes,
those are delightful.
Grilled by our grill team.
Yes, the grill team that'll be thinking about that again on a Friday in February. Grilling. I mean, it
That's
could be
the best
a nice
job to have.
Well, you're near a warm grill, of
That's
course.
right.
Welcome to the Jungle is the theme. A lot of fun for sure. And if you are connected to a business or an organization, or you want to go to your HR person at work and say, hey, have we ever been involved? Because I imagine that each year there are different businesses stepping up to the plate. There's certainly organizations that have been there probably since the first year supporting the cake auction. But that's also an exciting time when you can get a business that steps up to the plate and says, we really want to give back, and this is a creative way to do it.
Right. That I mentioned the McDonald cake earlier.
Sure.
That was the first cake that they done for us.
Look at that. Right.
So that was a new business. We've had other donations. A couple years ago, we had a lot of. We had an Army, we had a Navy cake because they were donating it because their spouse or father was in the service.
Love it.
They were deployed. So that was really special. But if you are wanting to donate, just a little thing, we would like to have the cakes there at the high school by 4 o'clock.
4 p.m.
4 o'clock, have the cakes there. It just helps us put them all, send them all out. But the staff, I need to give a huge shout out to the staff of the high school, because people start bringing some of the cakes that morning.
Wow.
And the staff there holds the cakes in special rooms for us. And so they are there, they're willing to do that. But if you could bring them between 2 and 4, that's better, because I'll be there helping set up.
I think, watch this, I think we'll do a Hy-Vee today with Tony Tone cake. I know, I could tell they were just talking about that. Now, I can just have the bakery make it to save you. I'm not assuming that Betsy was going to make it. She's very creative, though. We had a wonderful Hy-Vee today pumpkin. Whatever you want to do, we'll talk about it, and I'll either buy the supplies for you, or we'll just do this move. Yo, bakery, we need a Hy-Vee today cake, and then they'll make one. So
see, and that's how easy it is.
It's that easy. You just have to go, yo, bakery, like this over your shoulder, or call the store, or walk back to the bakery right over there and tell them that you want to contribute a cake. I think it would be funny to just have, maybe we have, listen, now I'm really getting pricey here. Maybe there's, Betsy, there's a cake for the show, and then there's a cake with just my face on it. Just my big face. Or it's a mosaic, and it's cupcakes making my face. And then it gets no bids. What do you think? Would I make any money? Would I end up buying myself that night? That's a strong possibility. The starting bid is $1 million from a TT. You would love it, right?
I would love it. The kids, the students at the high school would love it.
It's about time I've had my face on a cake, darn it. Look at how creative these are, though. I'm telling you, it is something else to see. And I had so much fun last year because Ryan, I don't know if you can find it on the Hy-Vee Facebook page. About a year ago, I took a picture of every single cake that was set up, and I was just amazed with the variety and the attention to detail that a lot of them had. So I really hope that folks watching this consider getting involved. It's so much fun. It would be great to get over that $27,000 mark.
Yes.
But we know that, I mean, realistically, any dollar amount is going to feel good because it's going to help our kids.
We even have students do that.
Sure.
So Mr. Hyde, the band director, he actually has each one of his section leaders and their group do a cake.
Cool.
And those have been really amazing cakes that those high school students have made. They're in the silent auction. So definitely take a look through the silent auction. You can get a band cake. They're pretty amazing. There was a piano one done one year.
I remember hearing about that one. Yeah.
Great.
So many talented folks going to be coming together, and I hope that if you're watching this, you at least make plans to be at Muscatine High School that Friday, February 8th, doubleheader, so girls, boys basketball.
Yes.
You'll be in, like I said, a heated building, and you're going to eat some cake. Have your cake and eat it too, while supporting a good cause.
Yeah.
It'll be well worth it.
Are you going to be there serving the cake and ice cream?
I will, yes, absolutely. So Hy-Vee will be there serving it up.
So you can stop and say hi.
Yeah, and I hope to, like I said, we'll have at least 1 or 2 Hy-Vee Today cakes. I'm not sure what I think would make more money. And maybe I got to leave my mug off of the cake.
So I don't know. There's a lot of people that really like it, so it could go off. And if it's a big one, it could be out on the auction floor. You just
Nicole, you would bid on a cake with my face on it, right? There you go. See, maybe I'll try and get somebody in the bakery. I know that maybe they'll whip up a keto-friendly cake, right? Betsy, I need a keto-friendly cake. Make it happen. All right, Dana, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. It's Welcome to the Jungle, MHS Cake Auction, Friday, February 8th. I'll definitely see you there, and I hope people, again, call places like Hy-Vee. If you think you can come and buy the ingredients and make a cake, whatever the case may be, right?
Yes, make your
own.
own.
It's totally cool. Yeah, and that's what we've seen, right? Like, the home cakes are almost as good as the ones that are done by the professionals. So if you feel like you can make an incredible cake and you want to donate it, we'd be happy to have it. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Save the date, Friday, February 8th. We'll talk to Mike Morgan in a week or so. I think we're going to talk to him week of the cake auction. And here it is, right? 6 p.m., all the cake, all the ice cream ready to go. It'll be a good time. So let's go CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. Now, what's funny is that we've been watching this camera throughout the course of the morning before we started the show. It's Friday. We're doing hand-breaded tenderloins. So those tenderloins right over there in that case, $1.99 for a tenderloin sandwich. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't know about the breading. I may be trying to do lower carb. Look, there's tenderloins right there. There goes one. Look, they're moving them around. Do they know that they can't? Whoa, somebody just bought 3 of them. Did you see that? They're gone. I feel like I'm watching a nature show. Boy, this is Tony Ewan, and we're looking at tenderloins in the natural state. And now we got an empty pan of tenderloins. You found the cake photos? Right on time. All right, good deal. So I'll say this. Let's go to... Look at Ryan. Poor Ryan. I zinged him. He didn't even realize it. That's all right. Let's look at some cake pictures from last year. Betsy, Cody, let's get the cart cam and head over to the kitchen and bring us back a tenderloin sandwich, please. Bring one back. All right, we're looking at pictures from last year. Ryan Broderson, jealous of my photography skills. This is MHS Cake Auction 2018. The hats were not edible, by the way. Those hats were not edible. But everything else that you're seeing here was a cake that was available for purchase. That one right there was super cool. Go back for a second. Look at the shoes on that. What? Right? This is what I'm saying. And you can advertise things. So, yes, of course, I want to support the cause. But guess what else I want to do? I want to promote the show at an event where there's going to be a lot of people. So how do you do that? You donate a Hy-Vee today cake. Look at those bears and some fish and corn. This one was the corn. Hold on. Go back to the corn one for a second. Pretty cool, right? It was a little corny. Is that what it said on there? Did it have a corny pun? And then that Star Wars Death Star one, you're going right past the Death Star. How do you go past the Death Star that quickly? That was super cool. Yeah. All right, so we're definitely going to contribute a cake or two. And that one came with roses, by the way. There was a Tide Pod cake. All right, let's get the cart cam, and let's bring a sandwich back over here. I love it. All right, Toyota Muscatine cart cam, and there is Delmer. Somehow he always ends up in the shot. We can't avoid this guy. Undercover Delmer wearing the very great Emmentaler cheese shirt. So the Emmentaler cheese is one, and apparently we're stalking Delmer. The Emmentaler cheese is made in the mountains of the Swiss Alps, and there's more tenderloins. Look at the size of those things. So think about this. Nearly 1,700 tenderloins were cut and hand-breaded and fried and prepared for today. $1.99. You can get yourself a tenderloin sandwich, and it can also be a grilled one. I just want to make sure that I reiterate that to you. So hopefully, if you started this show at 7:30 p.m., you're hightailing it back to the store before 8 p.m. because this deal started at 8 a.m. and it goes till 8 p.m. Tenderloin sandwiches, $1.99. Add a side for only $1. And we're going to look at this. Oh, my gosh. I love the little inception. Look at those. Look at the size of those things, guys. Each one of those was hand-breaded, right? That's fresh right there. A little cart cam inception here with CVI Bank and Trust aisle cam. Betsy placing an order to Teresa Kaluta, who's behind the glass, if you will, behind the wheels of steel, everybody, and giving the buns from Dave's Bakery. So this is not only a high-quality tenderloin, the bun that it's on was baked off. And how do I know this? Because I watched them bake just about 2,000 buns yesterday. And there you go. Look, this is kind of fun, right? Look at how excited Betsy is. Little does Betsy know that we're going to not let her have any of that tenderloin. Cody, if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up. If you can hear us, give us a thumbs down, Cody. I wonder what she's getting on the tenderloin. No pressure. Can we go back inside the case for a little cart cam inception? Boom! Look at that. Tell me that doesn't make you hungry if you're watching this right now. That could be yours for $1.99. Grilled tenderloin, also an option. Have both. This is what I would do. You know, it's going to snow tonight. If you could get a tenderloin for $1.99 right now, why not just get 3 of them? Have one for lunch, one for dinner, and one for breakfast. And here comes young Betsy, bringing it back to the set. Oh, my gosh. Look at the size of that thing. That's ridiculous. That almost doesn't fit on the bun. Well, it clearly doesn't fit on the bun. It's almost hanging off the plate. All right, so we'll have them bring that to the set, and then let's go full screen on that ad, if we could, that we're teasing in the picture-in-picture. Is that what it's still called? Is it still called picture-in-picture? Okay. I remember back in my day, Ryan Broderson, picture-in-picture was invented, and we thought it was the bee's knees. We also had to walk to school barefoot uphill in a blizzard back in my day. And we had this thing called the VCR. Oh, my. All right, so this is what we're talking about from now until 8 p.m. Today only, $1.99. Tenderloin sandwich, ready to go. Add a side dish for only $1. Vegetables are an option as, whoa, my gosh, look at the size of that thing. Did they give you the biggest one on purpose or what? Wow. This is great. Hold on, keep it on that ad for a second. I'm going to take a picture of this before we do any sampling here. Oh, that just looks wonderful. All right, so here's what we're talking about, friends. This is $1.99. Look right here. Cody, come on in tight on that one, brother. That's $1.99. $1.99. I'll even give you the pen for free if you want. That's humongous. Just for comparison, here's my sausage hand. I can't even palm that tenderloin. I can palm a basketball, but I can't palm a tenderloin. Doesn't it look good, Ryan? You're going to get one? I know, $1.99, right? You probably have that in change in the cup holder of your vehicle. And what I like is that it almost looks like the picture that we used in the ad. And think about that. That's hand-breaded, right? So someone in the kitchen, the team, I watched Kim Beckman cut these, and then the team was hand-breading them. A little catsup on there. I see a little onion, a little pickle. Is there any cheese on there, Betsy? No cheese? No? Okay. All right. I would have put cheese on there, but, that's just me. We're different people. Maybe you should get your own Speaking of cheese, can I see that, please? Is that the Emmentaler? This is great. Don Fisher bringing and maybe cutting the world's biggest cheese. What is that?
That is just 1/8 of an Emmentaler wheel.
Okay, now you're wearing the Emmentaler shirt, so this is from Switzerland.
Switzerland. It is actually started in 1292, I believe. They started making this, and they're still making it the same way that they did back then. They skim the milk off the evening milking, and then they put it back in the morning milking, and it makes a wonderful, creamy, delightful cheese.
That is the biggest piece of cheese I've ever seen, I think. Now, Don, some people would tell you that they don't like Swiss cheese. I'm a Swiss cheese fan my whole life, I think.
This is not just a regular Swiss cheese. This is not a processed Swiss cheese like most people are used to.
Sure.
This is the real deal right here. This is how Swiss cheese should be made.
Yeah.
It's a creamier cheese than our regular Swiss cheese that we make here in the United States for the most part. A lot creamier, buttery, and a nutty flavor to it. And it's great to work with for sauces, for melding, and whatnot.
How good would it be on that tenderloin right there?
Heavenly.
That's what I'm saying. And Don would know, and congratulations, Don Fisher, certified cheese master just a few short months ago, which is very exciting. You literally know everything there is to know. So when people come to you and say, I heard about that Emmentaler cheese, not really sure what to use it, what I should complement it with, that's where you can step up to the plate and help them. Which is, I mean, just the other day you let me try something that I hadn't tried before. It was a Gouda, and it was just great. It's so great to have someone like yourself and all of that cheese here in the store.
And that Gouda was not just a regular good Gouda. It was a very Gouda.
Yeah, it was very... We got a lot of cheese puns here at the store. So something like this Emmentaler, I mean, is it available? Obviously, folks can come in, buy it by the pound, or what?
This is what we're promoting corporate-wide for the month. This is our cheese of the month. I've got it in hunks. I've broken this down into hunks, cubes, slices, and shreds.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't want to speak for everybody on the show, but if there's any that's sliced, I wouldn't hate to sample it and tell people how good it is. I mean, I know it's going to be good, but full disclosure, I haven't tried the Emmentaler yet. So if there's any around the corner that you want to loan or spare a slice, I'm happy to. Sure. Yeah, might as well. Well, tell everyone. I mean, I just can't get over how big this is. Look at this. Oh, my. Jim, this is some cheese right here. This is straight from Switzerland. This is that Emmentaler. You love it. Jim Simmons, if you're ever looking for a present for Jim Simmons, he would love to have this. What about that tenderloin, though, huh? Oh, wow. That tenderloin looks good. You know what? Let's do this. That is so heavy. Let's put this microphone on Don, because we're going to talk a little bit about this. I love the nature of a live show where you can have someone like yourself just sit down and start talking. No, I know you didn't, and that's why we appreciate it. All right, so this is the real deal. This is like a family business, essentially, and here is a slice, Cody, of that Emmentaler cheese. Oh, yeah, that is definitely Swiss cheese, y'all. I'll tell you what. For people that, again, that maybe need to come back to Swiss cheese, they're missing out, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, because Swiss cheese really is about the third or fourth from the top of production or consumption in the United States versus cheddar and Gouda and blue cheese.
Wow. All right, I got to try it. I got to just get to it. Oh, my gosh. That's fantastic.
Just imagine putting that in macaroni and cheese, like I'm going to do tonight.
You're going to make mac and cheese?
I'm making macaroni
Swiss?
cheese. Here's the recipe.
Wow.
I'm just taking it right off of this. It has a little bit of onion.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're not kidding. There's a recipe right there.
I have recipe cards for this, so I'll be handing those out tonight, too. Yep.
Oh,
Between 3 and 6 o'clock today.
That's the best Swiss cheese I've ever had.
It is. I'm sure it is.
I'm so glad that I waited to try this, and I certainly knew about the Emmentaler cheese, but I hadn't tried it yet. It is incredible. Wow.
And you know what? It's great with a white wine.
With a white wine?
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
I feel like you put this on a sandwich, maybe some of that Deluso lunch meat, it's going to make it better. With a little bit of white wine, maybe you put it on a tenderloin. But the mac and cheese is a trip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's, I tested it out last night, and it is absolutely wonderful. And I'm not a macaroni and cheese eater, but this is absolutely wonderful.
And for people that may not have thought that Swiss cheese would melt well, because, I mean, that's something when you have to consider when you're going to work with the cheese.
Sure.
Will it melt well without burning, right?
Right.
So with the Swiss cheese, would there be a way to tell if it was not overly melted? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Is that a weird question?
It can scorch.
Scorch, okay.
It'll start turning brown a little bit.
Okay, so that's what you don't want.
That's what you don't want.
I can't stop eating
on most recipes. Now, on some you do, but
right.
You like when you're just putting it on the top of it, it's nice to scorch it.
It's so good. So if somebody's watching this and they're thinking, I love Swiss cheese, we could sell them. This is 17 pounds is what this is telling me.
18 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That one is
nearly
17.
This is nearly 18 pounds. Straight
now
from Switzerland, right?
12 of those in a wheel.
No way.
10 to 12 of them in a wheel.
No way.
Yeah.
So as far as this Emmentaler, locally, Hy-Vee is the only place that's got it.
I believe you're right.
100%.
Has to be. Yeah.
Has to be the only place.
Yep.
Work it, and to save the Emmentaler, that's kind of this deal is we don't want to lose the Emmentaler Swiss cheese.
No, because the Emmentaler, see, they make Emmentaler in 5-6 different places in Switzerland, and they were making it locally. You know, as you can imagine, back in 1292 up until the early middle part of the century.
Sure.
The 20th century. You have to say that these days. Actually, the production was going down and down, and now that they've been exporting it from Switzerland more, worldwide it has become more popular. So they're trying to get it back into the world.
I'll tell you what, this is a great product that you should try. Christine on Facebook just said yum. Yes, you're right. You're right, Christine. You got to try this. It's unbelievable. And I love that it's available just like this, ready to go.
Yep.
Maybe you don't want to go through the trouble. I mean, if you want to come buy 18 pounds of it, God bless you, we'll sell it to you. But if you don't want to go through the trouble, right? if you don't want to go through the trouble and have it just sliced and ready to go, that's so perfect, right? For most of us, we're busy. You're making the perfect sandwich, whatever you're going to do with it. I like that it would go well with white wine.
And for football games, basketball games, I've cubed it. It's great just by itself.
You've cubed it, yeah.
And of course, with this recipe, I've even made some shredded some up for that. And of course,
it's brilliant.
In the block. So.
In the block. We're just cutting the cheese today, friends.
I cut it all day.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the best. What a good combo. I'm just assuming you put some Emmentaler on there. It's just going to make everything better. You're going to have a happy life.
That will make that go from just a regular tenderloin sandwich to a gourmet type of sandwich.
There you go. The best tenderloin you'll ever have in your life. Don Fisher, Cheese Master. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
That was good timing. You just walked by. I mean, it's not every day. Maybe it is every day at Hy-Vee. But usually I don't see people walking around with 18 pounds, basically 18 pounds of cheese. And I knew exactly what it was when I saw it. I could just tell. Yeah. And yes, it did kind of give it away. I mean, Swiss cheese,
it does
of
have
course,
the holes.
Has the holes in it. But wow, that is wonderful. I'm so glad I got to try it. And thanks for popping on.
All right.
It's fantastic. 17.8 pounds of cheese right here. Very good. All right, so I want to mention a couple of things, then we'll get out of here. The store is getting very busy. I don't know if you can hear the announcements overhead. We're calling in some help up front. See what I mean? They're about to call Tony. Maybe we got to keep the show going for 6 hours. And that's the day the show didn't end. So, right, check it out. Tenderloins today, $1.99, hand-breaded or grilled, ready to go in the kitchen. Add a side for $1. Don't miss out on that. Also starting today is not a 1, not a 2, but a 3-day fuel saver. This is rare for Hy-Vee. Usually if we're doing a fuel saver, it's a 1 or 2 day, but we're starting a 3-day fuel saver. Opportunity for you to not have to pay full price at the pump. If you don't have to, spend $50, get 25 cents off. The more you spend, the more you save. And as you all know, with all the products in this store that have additional fuel savers on them, you're going to save more than that. I'm checking my Hy-Vee app right now to see what I have on my personal fuel saver. I'm really excited. I think, guys, I have, look at that, 42 cents off on my personal fuel saver. I'm really excited about that. The Hy-Vee app is a great way to track what you've got on your fuel saver. 42 cents off per gallon. And I'll be utilizing that after work today because I'm almost out of gas again. So I love to run out of gas, even though I work at a place that has a gas station. Sometimes you never grow up, everybody. You just stay a kid forever. All right, Game of Thrones trivia coming in hot on Monday. You've still got time to get signed up for this. Winter is coming, friends. Snow is on the horizon, and if you love Game of Thrones trivia, we would love to see you this coming Monday. That's January 21st. There's no school on Monday, by the way, for kids here in Muscatine, so think about that. I believe it's a teacher in-service day, so keep that in mind. No school on Monday. Game of Thrones trivia Monday night, starting at 6 p.m. in the Hy-Vee Market Grill Express. I'm standing up. Sometimes I feel like I just need to stand up, do a little dance, sing a little song, get down tonight. You can RSVP still for Game of Thrones Trivia, 264-2420. Ask for the Market Grill Express. Prizes for first, second, and third place. And as always, it is FREE, free, baby, to play trivia. Free bird! Ryan Broderson is just wanting the show to end so he can enjoy this tenderloin. He wants at least a corner of it. How about the willpower to not take a bite? Some would say I'm doing a disservice to the store by not biting that. Some would say that. I mean, I did just try that cheese, but I don't want to come off as the greedy tone today. I should have thrown cheese slices out. You guys missed out on that Swiss cheese. That was good, but here we go. Tenderloin right here. $1.99 tenderloins today only. Hand breaded or grilled. I could sell all 2,000 of these. Get your tenderloins. Delmer's buying around the tenderloins, everybody. Okay, yeah, they're there right there. So 3 things and we're out, and then the job board. So the cholesterol screening, Muscatine wine dinner, and Special Olympics basketball. February 5th, which is also the 1-year anniversary of this here show, where Ryan Broderson has promised that he will take a tenderloin and stack enough of them on top of each other so it is as tall as I am, a 6'4.5" tenderloin on February 5th to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of Hy-Vee today. It's going to be exciting. So that's the cholesterol screening. It starts at 7 a.m. Look for the Hy-Vee Healthy U-Mobile on February 5th in the parking lot. Get your cholesterol checked. It's free to do so. And, this is just one of those services that we offer. We have a full-time dietitian in the store. You can get an entire tour of the store and get some healthy options from Hy-Vee dietitian Kara Zigament. Looking forward to the cholesterol screening. Tuesday, February 5th, 7 to 11, outside in the Healthy U-Mobile, so keep that in mind. All right, let's go to the wine dinner. That's coming up on February 9th, which will be here real soon, by the way. So an opportunity to support the Muscatine Community YMCA and all the great programming that they offer for our teenagers and our youth. $50 ticket. It's a 5-course meal with wine pairing. Our very own chef, Brian Scott, everybody, who is Awad DeBeat's right hand at DeBeat's Bistro in downtown Muscatine. Chef Scott also works in the Hy-Vee Bakery. He is helming the wine dinner, putting together the menu, 5 courses, 5 wine pairings, live music, good time to be had by all. Get your tickets and come have some fun February 9th right here. Support the Y at the same time. Special Olympics basketball February 12th. I mention this because I'll be there as referee, but also it's important to keep talking about this Special Olympics basketball game because it's at a new location this year. So the Special Olympics game on Tuesday, February 12th is at Muscatine High School. This event continues to grow. It's a great fundraiser for Special Olympics Muscatine. I hope you'll come out and support the athletes as they get ready to take on Muscatine Fire and Police Department. I don't know if this is my 5th or 6th year that I volunteered to referee the game along with my boss, Jim Simmons, here at Hy-Vee. It's just something that I really care a lot about. I love Special Olympics, and anything I can do for them, I'll be there. So I plan on reffing this game until I'm 100 years old, if I live that long. Admission is free. Make a donation. Participate in the raffle. T-shirts for sale. Baked goods. Support Special Olympics February 12th. It's the right thing to do, and we love our athletes that are ready to take on the firefighters and police officers, again, February 12th at MHS. Team staffing job board, and then we'll get out of here. You can just tell the store is getting busier, right, guys? You just feel it. There is a swell going on right now, so we have got to get this show wrapped up. Team staffing, 109 Lake Park Boulevard here in Muscatine, has over 125 openings available if you're looking for a job or know someone that is. Here's a heck of a gig. Check this out. Jenny has a shipping manager. Call Jenny. I saw Jenny the other day. Jenny, we've got your number, 563-316-7635, or careers@teamssi.com. This is a driver. Got to have that CDLA license or certification. Call Jenny, 563-316-7635, or careers@teamssi.com. You can always walk in and get started. I mean, if you walked into team staffing today, you could start on Monday. Isn't that right, Robin? Marcy has a machine operator opening in Tipton, $13.60 an hour. I'm telling you, if you called Marcy today or went over to team staffing, you could probably start this job on Monday or Tuesday. 563-316-7640, careers@teamssi.com. Almost got Betsy. Boom shakalaka. I just threw the tenderloin. Y'all missed it. They caught it. One bite. Thank you for watching Hy-Vee today. It's right there. I lied. I'm not going to throw a tenderloin. Thanks to Dana Kraft with the Muscatine High School Booster Club. Save the date, February 8th, Friday night, Muscatine High School Cake Auction. The theme is Welcome to the Jungle. And I told Dana as I was driving to the store for work, I was listening to Dwyer Michaels, 97X, and Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses was playing. Welcome to the Jungle. I was rocking out. I was singing in my van. I'm not embarrassed to admit that. So support the cake auction. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and team staffing. $1.99 tenderloins, y'all, till 8 p.m. tonight. Hand-breaded or grilled, that's it. $1.99. Add a side dish for $1. You won't regret it. We're ready to go. Over 1,700 of them are ready and going to continue to be fried fresh for you or grilled up. Whatever you need, let us take care of you here at Hy-Vee. It is going to snow tonight. Just be prepared. Get the shovel ready. Tune up the snow blower. Come to Hy-Vee, get a bag of salt, and drive slow. And we look forward to seeing you on Monday. Busy week for for the next several weeks here at Hy-Vee Today. Not taking any time off in the foreseeable future. And as always, if you know someone that should be on this show, have them, or please yourself, reach out to us, hyveetoday@gmail.com. It's right there on the bottom of the screen, right there. Ooh, look at that. Technology, huh? You can always reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Twitter. We would love to hear from you. Catch replays weeknight 7:30 and 10:30 on Muscatine Power and Water Channel 5 and various times throughout the course of the weekend. That's it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. And predictions heading into the weekend, Kansas City Chiefs, New Orleans Saints. That's going to be the two teams playing in the big game. Take it from sportscaster Tone. It's my new secret identity. All right, thanks for watching, guys and gals. That's it. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.